Well, I guess doesn't matter there.
Well, 1 second here. 1 second here. So I think this is predominantly how the motors work. So hook the black wires in here. This is where I want the black wires and the transistors. Okay, Manuel, I'll take a look at it here in a minute. And the red wires are going here. Now, Gabe, for you, what I want you to do, Gabe, is the wire that you have plugged into the transistor for the left motor. All right, I want you to plug that directly into ground right here and see if that motor still turns or if it does turn. Yeah, take, in this case, the yellow one, well, you said left one, right? So take the wire that you have plugged into the transistor and plug that one into ground. David, what I want you to do, sir, is the first thing we're going to try, David. Are you looking up here, David? I want you to switch these numbers here. I want you to put 11 up here and 5 down here. That's going to be the first thing we're going to try you, David. And then I have another suggestion after that. All right. And Zach, your transistors, though. Ooh, boy. No, it's not. Well, yeah, give that a shot. I don't think that's it, but we'll give it a shot. David, did you catch that? Avery, how you coming, man? How you coming on yours? Like, what's going? Does yours work? And what about Jay? You missed a lot, but I'll catch you. Actually, you know what, Jay? I'm gonna be nice. Wait, let me sure I got it. Everything in here. All right. Compose. To J Nets. All right. All right. So there you go for Gabe and Avery. I just sent out the full version of the code, and then I'll walk you through it after we're done. Let me see what Manuel's issue is here. All right. Need. Andrew just keeps leaving. All right. Error. Oof. All right. Manuel, what your issue is, you need to take all of this stuff here out. Like, all of this needs to come from the top part in the declaration area. You need to go ahead and delete that. You got that to 0. That looks good. Right here, Manuel, in your void loop, You have 0, 1, 2 in integral. You need to get rid of that 0, 1, 2 there. And we did not declare left speed and right speed. Yeah, you did. Did you spell it correctly? Ah, you did spell it correctly. So this needs to be a capital S. Oops. Zach, how you going, man?
Oh, I'm good. Going good. I'm about to test it out right now.
Okay, cool. I got another idea. So your wheel is still not working, right, Gabe? Is that what you're saying? Okay. I got one other thing we're going to try here. It's going to be a little bit more trickier. David, how you coming? All right, David's mad at me. He's not talking to me. All right, give me 1 second. Gabe, let me figure out exactly how I'm going to tell you to do this. All right. These two. All right. Here's what I want you to do, Gabe. This goes only for Gabe here. All right. So I want you to unplug the barrel plug that's hooked into the Arduino. The barrel plug. Let me unmute you. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Hey,
Barrel
okay,
plug?
is that the thing that's hooked up to the battery, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's already unplugged right now. It's off right now.
Okay. So for your left motor, what I want you to do is I want you to unplug it directly from your breadboard.
Yeah.
All right. And I want you to stick one wire in the hole and the other wire on the side.
That made absolutely no sense.
Okay. Let me. I agree. Yeah. Now that I've thought about it, it does not make any sense. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me give you. You know what? Let me make our lives easier. I'm gonna break the rules again. All right. Can you see my screen, or can you see my camera?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is the barrel plug, right?
Yeah.
All right. Here's 2 motor wires. It doesn't matter which one, just stick one down in the hole like that and touch the other one to the side like that. Does that make sense? You see that?
So touch one to the breadboard and the other one in the wire.
No, I want you to hook it up. We're going to, no, it's not, Jaden, and we're going to try to we're trying to give your motor the full power of your batteries.
Okay, so plug one into the breadboard and put the other one in the...
No, do not. Both wires should be out. So here's my
both wires are out.
All right. I'm going to take, let's just say I'm going to stick the black wire down inside the hole like that.
All right. Black wire is down inside the hole.
And then you take the red wire, the metal side, and then just touch it to the side here, to the metal part.
The side of what?
The side of the barrel plug. Right here.
Okay, yeah, just shut off.
Okay, so your motor did work or it did not work when you did that?
It worked when I did that.
Okay, so, all right, cool. So that... All right, for Jaden, the last class is actually December 18th. Or, I'm sorry, December 17th, but I'm probably going to have a makeup class on December 18th for the class that I canceled last week. All right?
Hey, Lamo.
So, all right. 1 second, Jaden. Mine still says error. All right. All right. Left speed, right speed. There you go. All right, give me 1 second, Manuel. I'm gonna send you the repaired code. Just want to add something to it. Copy. Oops, wrong one. Gmail reply. All right, Jaden, how far have you gotten the code? Were you here last class, Jaden? Okay. Jaden, your email address is like the precedent as this, right? Okay. All right. Here's the full version of the code. I want you to go ahead and upload that to your robot. All right. Grab that code, upload it to your robot. Unplug it from your computer, and then plug in the batteries, and then go up to your nearest wall that hopefully has a hardwood surface, and turn on your potentiometer. And what should happen is your robot should follow a wall. Yeah, and everybody does like my orangutan. So it should do something like this, where it kind of just follows alongside a wall here. I need to take a video of mine. No problem, Dave. I kind of figured that's what happened. How's your, is your robot working now? All right, I'm getting to you, Gabe. I have not forgotten about you. I don't think yours is a code thing, but I'm going to go ahead and send you the code. Technically, it's Manuel's code is what you're getting. It's fixed. This is the fixed version of Manuel's code. All right. So. I cannot say that sentence and still have my man card, Gabe. All right, so Kevin, yours is working just fine, right? Avery, how you coming? Cool. All right. Funny thing, Avery just said his code works. You just said his code isn't working. Yeah, the serial print section. Yeah, I mean, I commented that out, right? So like the serial prints cannot be running while the robot is actually doing what it's. 1 second, Zach. Us. 1 second, Zach. I see your question. All right, but the serial print does slow down the code. Every time it prints something out, it slows the code down. It slows the reaction time down. So, and the delay right there will also mess it up. So anytime you're actually trying this robot, all of this stuff needs to be commented out. And you can do it by hitting Control and slash to comment it and uncomment it out. The serial prints here are just for troubleshooting. Maybe. All right, Zach, if your robot is going in circles, let me... So you remember how I said that the forward direction is going with the ball, Zach? All right. I had to clarify. I need to clarify what is forward because people get confused. What the forward vector is for this robot. So when I define forward, all right, give me a second, Gabe. We're probably going to have to hack your robot in order to get it to work. That's why I'm kind of holding off, Gabe. Forward direction is this way, Zach. Forward direction is that way. So now your objective, so if it's turning in circles, means that one of your wheels is turning backwards. So you need to find out which wheel is turning backwards and then just switch the motor wires around. Does that make sense? Okay. So now, everybody else, this is going to be tricky. All right. This goes especially for Gabe. Now, if your robot's working, fine. You don't have to do this. But I'm going to show you how to make your robot go faster by doing a little hacking trick. If your robot is not working yet, do not do what I'm about to say. If your robot is not working yet, do not do what I'm about to say. If your robot is not working yet, do not do what I'm about to say. Are we clear? Clear? Okay, except for Gabe. Gabe's the exception. All right. Yes, you do it. If your robot has not followed a wall yet, like that has not followed the wall yet, then we're going to hack it to kind of get it to fix, but it broke. Okay, that's fine. All right. Now this is going to be tricky. What's up, Gabe? Yes, the pot should be plugged in, Zach. I don't know how. The screw that holds... Ugh, how'd you do that? It should not affect anything, Gabe, but I'm curious as how you did it. All right. So listen up. If your robot is working, you want to give it more power. Here's how I'm going to try to explain this here. All right. First up, unplug your robot. Gabe, this goes for you too. So David, Kevin, and I think Avery, if yours is working, unplug your robot. All right. On that barrel plug you have. All right. This is the barrel plug. This is what I'm calling the barrel plug right there. All right, you see you have these two wires here. All right, you see you have these two wires here. One's solid black and one's black with like little white dashes on it. Then all right, if it's still going in circles, that means you switch both motors. All right, just switch one motor around. to make it go forward. Just switch the wires on one of the transistors. Okay. So no, if you switch both of them, you just send them both in opposite directions. And the other wheel's not going. Oh boy. All right. I'm thinking, Zach. Give me a second. All right. First up, the wheels do respond to your potentiometer, right, Zach? Like when you turn your potentiometer one way, the wheels turn on, and you turn the potentiometer the other way, the wheels shut off. Is that happening? I'm not sure, Jaden. Is your robot working, Jaden? Awesome. And it follows a wall and all that stuff? Cool, cool. I'm glad you like it. All right. Let me go back to what I was going to say. For everybody that is working and everything's working correctly, pull out a wire from one of your kits. All right, cool, Zach. So before, when you told me it was going in circles, was both wheels working? It's okay if I show it to... Yes, that's perfectly fine, Jaden. All right. So which wheel is not working? If you tell them you got a PID code that you wrote yourself, Jaden, they will be quite impressed. But you have to also explain what PID is. What is PID? It's the left one is not working, right? Okay. So if it's not working, that's telling me that like there's something wrong in your wiring. So all right, let me pull up the schematic. I have not forgot about Gabe and all the hacking stuff yet. I haven't. Let me just get Jaden on, or not Jaden, Zach on track. Do I see what, Gabe? Okay, PID does not stand for pelvic inflammatory disease. In this case, Gabe tried to Google PID and he came up with pelvic inflammatory disease. No, PID is what? Yeah, Zach. I have no idea what you're talking about, Gabe. All right, send it to me. All right. So Okay. All right. Let me know when you got the wiring, when you think you have it redone, and then I have to look at it. PID is a mathematical code. It's a control signal. It stands for proportional, integral, and derivatives. All right. It's not like I've not said that like 20 times over the last 3 weeks. Let me down, Jaden. Let me down. Proportional, integral, and derivative. Proportional, interific, can't even say that one. Proportional, integral, and derivative. All right, I'm gonna walk back through this code before we move on. All right, Manuel, how you coming, man? Kevin, you're good. Jay, is your robot working? Is it following a line? Or not following a line, following the wall? Derivative. Okay, we can fix that. I think I know what your issue is. It just like turns into the wall, Manuel? Is that what you're saying? It doesn't actually follow the wall? All right. 1 second. Manuel, look on my screen. So the first thing I want you to do is the same thing I told David, is I want you to switch these two numbers, 5 and 11, and then try it. Well, same thing for you too, Jay. It should follow about roughly 4 inches from your sensor or from the wall. All right, there's the schematic again, Zach. I have no idea. I do not see that, Gabe. All right. Okay, it works great now. I see your comment, Jaden. Hang on. Let me. All right. So, cool. Yours works. All right. Manuel's works. All right. So let me get through the power thing. Let me get through this fix and then I'll jump back in to help you out, Zach. All right. I'm gonna, because Gabe's having electrical issues. All right. So this goes for everybody if your robot does follow a wall and everything's going hunky-dory and everything's fine. All right, so we're going to show you how to soup up the power a little bit. So the hang on, I lost my train of thought. So a double A battery has about 1.5 volts to it. All right. And and we hooked in 4 batteries to it, right? So theoretically, out of that barrel plug, you have 6 volts coming out of it. But the Arduino can only handle 5 volts, right? Nope. Slow down, Jaden. Slow down. Don't be hooking up any batteries that you're not qualified to hook up. You can fry your Arduino. All right, so we had technically 6 volts coming out of that barrel plug. All right, so now we're going to actually hack into the power supply to get the 6 volts out. So if you take that wire, take a wire out of one of your kits. Now it's going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. I don't really. Actually, I am going to turn on the cam again. To kind of show you. 1 second. All right. Move some stuff out of the way. All right. So this is my barrel plug here. All right. So what I did to be able to hack into the power was you have 2 different wires on here. You have one that's solid black and one that has little white dashes across of it. All right. And the little white dashes, that's where the positive power is. So we're going to just essentially stick a wire in there to get the 6 volts out. All right. And the way to do that is, you kind of see I have mine right here. All right. And let me see if I can get it on the camera. All right, and you see I have this wire is literally sticking through this wire. All right, and the way I did that, now be careful. I don't want you to poke your. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Is that making the screen bigger? All right, you should be able to drag the screen to make it bigger. I can't do anything about the blurriness because I have a crappy Logitech webcam. All right, let me do it like this then. Let me switch gears. We are getting through this. 1 second. 1 second. All right. One second. I'm doing stuff over here. Trying to make this a little bit more explainable. Okay. Ah. 46 minutes. All right, I got this. exactly, Jaden, but give me 1 second before you attempt it on your own. I think I clicked on the wrong one. Yep, that's physics homework. All right. So this is what I'm talking about right here. All right. So here, I just stuck a wire through this wire here to get the 6 volts out. All right. So this is what the end result should look like. Now the way I did that was I kind of folded the wire over, and you can't really see the metal thing there, but here's the metal part here. All right, and folded it over, and I stuck it through the insulation, and try to stick it into the middle, as close to the middle as you absolutely can. All right, and once you do that, here's another picture of it. Folding it over and try to stick it through the middle. And make sure you stick it through the one with the white stripe. If you stick it through the white stripe, right, you just got to use some oomph, Gabe. Use some oomph, and you can get it through the insulation. All right, and then it should look something like this when you're done. All right, does that not make sense? Apparently, I'm losing people here. What did I fail to explain correctly? The wire might snap, so go ahead and grab another wire. But try to stick it through the same hole that you tried. If you know how to solder wires, yes, you absolutely could do that, Jaden. But most of the people don't know how to solder. All right. If you do know how to solder, Jaden, listen up. Make sure you gotta have to do it a certain way here. Avery, all right. If you do know how to solder, there's another technique. First up, make sure you have to take the thing apart and take the batteries out of it. All right. If you're going to solder, take the batteries completely out. I know what you meant, Avery. All right. And then if you do that, cut both sides back. So this is your wire, and if you cut it here, or let's say if you cut it here, trim both sides of these back here. So I'm cutting that edge away. You're gonna put that wire. You're gonna put that wire through there so it's coming out this way, and then solder all 3 connections in. All right, yeah. If you can't do it that way, Jaden, because of your issues there, by all means, you can solder it. But I'm trying to come up with a way for y'all to hack it without soldering. Now, Gabe, you're going to actually need to do this, so let me know if you're having issues. Manuel, David, did that make sense? If you have pliers, it might help, Gabe. So you can hold the metal part steady and then push it in. Couldn't you just strip and shove the wire through a bit of solder? Yep, that could work too, Avery. Okay. Now, if you do that, you're going to change up the way your thing is hooked up. All right, the way your breadboard is hooked up. So that's going to be one of the trickiest parts. So let me come here. Zach, how you coming, man? Haven't heard anything from you in a little bit. Are both your wheels working yet? All right. So hang tight, Zach. I have not forgot about you. All right. So Gabe, since you already have it, this applies to you. If you're waiting to get it applied, you might want to take a screenshot. All right. So I'm going to try to Actually, you know what? Hang on. All right. Let me let that boot up. That works, Gabe. All right. All right, Zach, are you out of time after class? I can help you out. Cool. Right. Which motors? Motors. Here. Here. And transistors. Here. Here. All right. All right. So what you're going to have to do, so you have, the way this circuit is hooked up now is you have a wire here, you have a red wire there. Whoops, I messed that up. Let me fix that. There. There. All right. And you have this here. This is going to ground on both of them, which is still fine. You can keep this wire the same. This wire is going to pin 5. This wire is going to pin 11. We'll make them yellow. Just because I like yellow. How much time I got? 5 minutes. All right, I got this. I got this. All right. So with that new wire that you have sticking out of your batteries, with the new wire that's sticking out of your batteries, all right, we're going to call it that this is this wire. This is that new wire that is sticking out of your batteries. All right, does that make sense? This is that new wire sticking out of your batteries that you just stuck in there. Does that make sense? Give me a yay or nay. All right. So if this is that new wire sticking out of your batteries, right? You're going to stick that somewhere else on your breadboard. All right. It doesn't matter where. I'll go right up here, or I'll go here. All right. So this is that. That's that new wire. Now the wire. So your motor is hooked up something like this here and here, right? So in order to get the new power, the more power, right? Instead of, but this here is 6 volts, or I'm sorry, this here is 5 volts, but now this line right here is 6 volts. So the only thing you have to do is you have to take this wire and plug it in line with this new wire. All right? So I'm going to kind of do this here, put this here, and then I'm going to bring this one all the way over here. And as long as it's in line for both motors. If you do it this way, I don't think it's a faulty motor, Zach. At least not yet. All right, and then once you do that, you have the 6 volts of power going into your motors, and you just made it super speed. All right, so I am actually going to take one more little test run, make sure that mine's still working after I do all that. Now, what you may have to do is jump wires over, which is fine, but just make sure you jump them correctly. So I'll do that. You get some wires, or one wire. Where's my other wire? There it is. Here. There. 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 All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It runs like a champ after you do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Gabe. All right. All right. So. Okay. Let me, I see your comment, Zach. Gabe, if nothing is happening, like no wheels are turning, Gabe? Okay, then you did not move the wires around correctly. All right, so let's go ahead and unplug your Arduino. All right. All right, so I got another troubleshooting thing we can do. 1 second, though. Let me try it out on mine first in case I blow up. Nope, that doesn't work. All right, Zach, is it still just one wheel that's not turning? All right, yeah, apparently a lot of people have to say go, have to go. All right. All right, give me. So then we plug in. Once you do that, you can, yeah, make sure you plug in the Arduino after you do that with the barrel plug. So here, let me clarify that. So yeah, you still plug in the barrel plug to your Arduino, but now I have this wire here going into my breadboard up here. Can everybody see that? Does that make sense? All right, yeah. Zach, I know, brother. I'm getting to you, man. I promise. I just gotta give me I'm trying to put out all these fires at once here. Manuel, does that make sense here? And so where this wire is, right here, wherever it's at, that's where you're gonna plug in the new motors, and not you're going to keep the one on the transistor. Keep the one where it was at on the transistor. Keep the one where it was at on the transistor. But just move the one that was plugged in to the power rail of your breadboard. All right. Actually, I should have just kept my thing on. All right. So, Zach, what I want you to do, man, is that motor that's not working, all right? I'm going to have you do the same thing Gabe just did to make sure that is the motor, not the power issues here. So, can you see my screen now? Can you see my camera? All right. So whichever motor is not working, right? So this is the barrel plug here. This is the barrel plug. I want you to take both wires out of the breadboard. Both wires out of the breadboard. I want you to stick one of those wires down inside the hole of the barrel plug. All right, just like that. And then you take that other wire and you touch it to the side. All right, and then see if that makes your motor work. Your Arduino's dead? All right, if that doesn't work, we're going to have to switch to Google Hangouts. All right. No worries, Zach. No worries. All right. So here's the barrel plug. You're going to stick one wire inside of the barrel plug like this. And then touch the other wire, the two metal parts, down here. And you see that my motor just kicked on. I'm doing a burnout on my desk right now. I'll ask Mr. Dubik, Jaden. With the Arduino unplugged, exactly. The Arduino has to be unplugged for this because you're using the barrel plug to test out your motor. Okay. David, how are you? 1 second, Zach. David, how you coming, man? Kevin, how you coming? 1 second, Zach. Were you able to hook up to the more power? Did you get that working, Kevin? If not working, did it make sense, and do I need to explain it anymore? Did you understand what I was talking about more power? So your robot's going really fast now, right? Cool, cool. Both of y'all are awesome. Cool. Does it still follow the wall going that fast? Yep, cool. Cool. All right. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So for Gabe and Zach, do y'all have time to switch over to Google Hangouts so I can actually see what the heck y'all are doing? Gabe? Do you have time to switch over to Google Hangouts so I can see what you're doing? All right, let's do that. David, do you want to join again? All right. All right, y'all. We'll bid y'all adieu.